Thank you, Presiding Officer. There can be no doubt that Scotland loves its festivals and events. Festivals that define Scotland as a nation which is modern and vibrant as well as traditional. Festivals that can also be a measure of our cultural success, of our appeal internationally. When you ask people about festivals, they all have a different view. If you ask someone like me from the Borders, then a festival would involve horses and a celebration of ancient traditions. It's always been a time of homecoming, as locals living away make their own way back for festivities, a time to meet up with family and friends. Your hometown festival is always something special. For me, there's nothing quite like the feeling as the Jethert Callant stands astride his horse and shouts "Jethert's here" on the morning of the festival. There are festivals and common ridings all over Scotland. In Lanark, we've just had our annual Lanamer celebrations. The Minister is, I know, well aware of this fabulous event which shows all that is good about the town in a vibrant display of decorated lorries and folks of all ages, decked out for the occasion, led on horseback by the Lord Cornet. Biggar too has its annual marches, again led by the Cornet with the Borough Standard. Each town supports the other, and indeed that's true across Scotland. And perhaps the Minister would agree to look at hosting an event here in the Parliament which would bring together all of these local principles to celebrate not only the ancient traditions that they carry on, but also the economic boost that these festivals and community events bring to their local economy. But as I said, festivals come in many shapes and sizes. For my 18-year-old nephew, the festival is without doubt Tea in the Park. Tea in the Park, Scotland's largest music festival. It helps to define Scotland as a nation of music lovers, attracting the best acts to Scotland now 3 days long. And perhaps Mike Russell will be joining the crowds this year. The Minister would certainly get some cred points for attending the Slam Tent, where Scotland hosts some of its best DJs, and this year with an incredible line-up of Kings of Leon, The Killers, Franz Ferdinand, The View, Lady Gaga. What a line-up! The only thing that's missing to make it the world's premier music event is Cliff Richard. But seriously though, Tea in the Park is without doubt. Well, there's always a chance. Though it's comparable with any festival in the world and should be celebrated. Last year, virtually all festival goers, or 96%, were out with the local area of Perth and Carross, with 30% travelling from outside Scotland. Visit Scotland is using footage of Tea in the Park to attract new visitors to Scotland in their advertising campaigns. And although the event takes place in Perth and Carross, the benefits spread throughout other parts of Scotland. Tea in the Park brings in 18 million for the country and provides hours of TV time as it's broadcast on the BBC network. There continue to be concerns with the industry as to whether Scotland has done enough to ensure that Scottish companies are able to compete with the huge business it generates in lighting and stage in particular. And perhaps the Minister will want to discuss that further with the industry so that we can access these wonderful opportunities. Edinburgh has indeed its fair share of festivals, and I want to focus on one, the Edinburgh Military Tattoo. The tattoo makes a vital economic contribution to Scotland and to Edinburgh itself. It is of huge importance for the Scottish tourist industry and directly benefits Scottish businesses, including hotels, restaurants and other attractions. The tattoo generates over £50 million to the Scottish economy, and visitors come from all over the world, many listing the tattoo for their sole purpose of coming to Scotland. Indeed, yesterday I was speaking to a parliamentarian from Guernsey who at 70 will fulfil her lifetime ambition to attend this year's tattoo. The event will play an important part in helping the Scottish Government to achieve its ambition of increasing revenue from tourism by 50% by 2015. And I am delighted that as part of the Homecoming Scotland, the tattoo will be holding a number of satellites around Scotland, including in Glasgow and Lithgow, Cumnock and of course Jedburgh. An excellent opportunity to showcase the tattoo to a wider audience. Back in Clydesdale, we again play host to one of the biggest reenactment festivals in the United Kingdom that has grown in size and attraction since its initial beginning in 2002. Now entitled Scotland's Festival of History, it started 7 years ago as a half-day event to promote Lanark as William Wallace's hometown. Today it is a 2-day national event showcasing more than 2,000 years of Scottish history, right up to the Second World War. Not only unique in Scotland, but one of a top handful of events in the UK. With over 500 history specialists from 11 European countries, it will attract visitors from across the world, including China, Thailand, Russia and Canada. I know the Minister is attending this year's event, and I am sure he will enjoy himself. Other members would be very welcome too, I am sure. The town also hosts a Christmas festival, began as a small street market promoting trade in the town, now one of the largest one-day markets in Scotland. The two events together are a huge boost to the local economy, studies showing that they have combined annual value in the region of £750,000 to the local area. That is an amazing achievement for a small band of dedicated volunteers with the support of the local council. Festivals are very much part of Scotland, but we can do more, and ministers must be ambitious in their demands for Scotland to get a share of the big UK events, a bonus of being part of the UK. Scotland sells more tickets for live music than anywhere else in the United Kingdom. We punch above our weight in all genres of music. So let us pool all of our resources and gain more big-profile events, such as the MTV Awards, to be being hosted here in Scotland. But energy is not enough. There must be commitment, funding and a cohesive policy that demonstrates a shared commitment to Scotland's festivals and to Scotland's creative industries. Can I ask the Minister to look again at the issue of cultural coordinators, because evidence from across Scotland is showing that these issues are now becoming more difficult and being scaled back. We do need to have the links between culture and education, and I hope they will look again at how this can be best achieved and work with his colleagues in local government to look again at cultural coordinators and their role in our schools. Festivals are more than tradition. They are innovating and exciting. They are modern. Each area of Scotland has its own festivals, from the traditional miners' gala days that are held across my constituency to the Highland Games that we all celebrate, to the huge music events, the book festivals, the cultural events that Scotland all share in. Each area has its own, each area celebrates its success, but the one thing that is without doubt is the economic contribution that our festivals play here in Scotland. And I look forward to working with the Minister, as do all on these benches, to ensure that Scotland fully realises the potential that our culture, our heritage and our modern, innovative public have in realising the potential of these festivals.
Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer. This has been a good-natured and informative debate, perhaps with some very odd moments, which I shall refer to in passing as I sum up. But there have also been some very positive and serious suggestions. I want to respond to one or two of those immediately. Gillon talked about a festivals event in this Parliament, in which we could spread the knowledge of the work that the festivals are doing and allow members to bring information about their festivals. I think that's an excellent idea. We will certainly try and take that forward collaboratively within the Parliament.